Hello there, friends. Wildcard here, and today we're going to be looking at some of the newer features from Buddy Cards. Now, I did make a 1.18.2 video on Buddy Cards before, but so much has changed that I felt like, hey, I'm getting a lot of questions about these new mechanics, new items and stuff, changes, confusions between older versions, and I figured I should cover all the new content in a way that people can understand better. Um, so first off, there's now Buddy Steel gear. So this is pretty new. It's confusing to some old players because it's very different from how it used to work, and it's unfinished at the moment. By which I mean, well, no, it's completely finished for now, but it will be worked on more later and improved. But for now, if we were to look at some other chest plates, specifically these two, we can see that +6 armor, +6 armor, +1 toughness, +8, +2. So it's worse than diamond, but it's a bit better than iron. Um, and that's how this whole line goes about. Same with the sword; it's slightly better than iron. And like if we look at sword, we can see that 6.5, 1.6, you got 6 and 7. It's right in the middle. Um, and the reason for this is if you did know the recipe for these, it takes Buddy Steel, which itself is pretty expensive. It'll be more worth it later down the line when more mechanics are added, but for now, it's going to be this way. So since it does take a block of iron, I figured it should, at least at this level where there's no interference involved with different mechanics, it should be slightly better than iron. But it shouldn't be better than diamond because that's pretty important for progression's sake that it stays that way. Okay. Next up, let's move on to the luminous side. So luminous is a new material. Um, Technically, it's been around in older versions of buddy cards, but it has changed a considerable amount. Um, by considerable, I mean a pretty small amount, but let's look at it. So, first off, how do I get it? Well, that's probably the most interesting way. So, if you don't mind me while I go down here, luminous is found in veins around your world. Now, these aren't like normal ore veins. These are pretty rare, but when you do find them, they tend to be very large, having at least like a stack to 3 stacks of luminous. This is one of them. Now, some tips I can give you is they will always be in every 5 chunks. So if you find one in one chunk, you should check 5 chunks away, I guess. I don't know. Um, and it will always be near lava. And it will be a considerable amount. If you see, this takes up the whole cavern. It probably expands further too. But yeah, you will find a lot of luminous when you find one batch. Now, when you mine it, you will get a crystal form. You can't do anything with that right away. You will have to smelt it into normal luminous, and normal luminous is this stuff. Luminous, you get it by smelting it. Um, there's block forms for all these, by the way. And then if you wanted, you can get luminous panels, which are for decorations. It's 1 to 2. That way you can get a little more. And the panels themselves only need 4 of them for 2 of them, so you're getting quite a bit. So for each luminous, you're getting pretty much 1 to 1 for the paneled luminous, which is pretty good considering you find them in bulk. And then there is Crimson Luminous, formerly known as Deep Luminous if you played the older versions. Now this is some pretty nice stuff, but the way you get your first one is a little less, is pretty much the same as it used to be, but it's a little less orderly. So if I were to do this, let's place down a block of luminous and maybe a few just for good luck, because it's not guaranteed. But if we were to blow up that luminous, we got pretty unlucky there. So generally, on average, for every 2 luminous that get blown up, you will get 1 deep luminous. That was 3, I got 1. You can get more, you can get less than that, but on average, it's 2 blocks per deep, or crimson, sorry. And crimson luminous is a lot better, but once you get some crimson luminous, you should craft one of these. This is a kinetic chamber. It takes 9 blocks. It takes 1 block of luminous, 4 crimson luminous, and 4 obsidian, and this makes the process much better. So if I were to take some blocks of luminous put them in there. Oh, only one at a time. It has a 65% chance of turning into, so while the last, oh, there's also a 10% chance it fails entirely and doesn't get the reaction. It also might be because it's underground. Yeah, okay, it's probably that. So you do want it to be touching it. I haven't placed it in the ground before I did that, so I could be a little bit more orderly. Okay, that one we lost it. It's about 50-50. No, it's about 65 35. But you will see that you can also edit all these values in the configs. You can edit how much luminous grows in one vein. You can edit the, oh, I did it wrong. Oh well, you get the point. It's gonna be the I want to get it working one time just for the sake of it though. So let's try it one more time. Come on, 65%. Okay. I'm just getting a little unlucky, and I'm not gonna do this. Oh no. Well, there go my displays. I didn't think about that. Improvise. Okay, so there is a few things you can get from blowing up deep luminous in it as well. Actually, let's do that. Let's get some deep luminous. Let's get some TNT and a flint of steel. I'm so stupid. I just threw all these away. So if you throw some crimson luminous in here, you will almost always get a specialty item. Now, it does take a lot to get a block, I understand, but there is still a small chance that it doesn't work out. But let's see what we get. Oh, as I said, there's a small chance it doesn't do anything. There's also a small chance that it consumes it. But that goes for a lot of different things. Okay, that was unfortunate. I'm getting really unlucky today. The universe does not want me to make a tutorial video for my mod, obviously. Hello? Universe? Do you want me to do it like this, maybe? Would you like destruction? I think I wanted destruction. What? I must be doing this wrong. I think I'm very confused. Maybe it's one of the mods I have, because right now I'm playing it in a pack. This is unfortunate. Oh, I know that's not going to work. What am I doing? Ouch. Did that one work? Okay, this is very strange. There might be a bug. If there is, I'll patch it. It worked completely fine in most of my testing, but just take my word for it that it works. There might be an issue with the loot table. That might be it. I might need to alter the loot table. There's a few different things you can get from this. You can get luminous helmet, the luminous pickaxe, the luminous ring, and the luminous sleeve. When equipped, we'll make an extra. So let's go through these one and one. So first, there's a luminous helmet, which I'm already wearing. Let's take these off. If I were to go into survival mode, I think I have some spiders around here. Nope, survival mode. If I were to go into survival mode, and if I were to pick a fight. Oh no, I'm getting absolutely decimated by the spider. Fight me better. Fight me better, you scaredy spider. So let's say I'm getting in a fight. I'm getting pretty low on my health. Let's say, oh no, oh, there we go. So it's on cooldown. I do not want to die. Okay. As you saw, it exploded. I don't know how that didn't kill it. Generally, it's always gonna kill. But it is a pretty powerful explosion. If you see, it has a cooldown on it. It's pretty long cooldown, but there is an enchantment for that. You can enchant it with rapid recovery, which will make cooldowns on gear effects shorter. Of course, I didn't have it, so it's going to take a while. As you see, it's slowly going down. And so it just explodes. It'll consume a bit of durability as well, but it'll explode and it'll save you. It's kind of like a totem, how when you're about to die, but it doesn't work exactly like a totem. It won't save you, but it will. So it won't save you, but it will help. It heals you a little bit so you don't actually die, but if you get dealt like 20 hearts of damage, you will still die. But if you got dealt like 2, maybe 3 or 4 over your health limit, it'll do the effect and you will live. Okay. Now there's the Xylex. Let's go into Xylex for a bit. Or wait, no. What am I doing? I'm not doing that yet. So Luminous Pickaxe. Luminous Pickaxe, pretty simple. Let's get a Diamond Pickaxe just to compare. So let's place some Luminous ore down. Just a few of each. Let's make sure it's like that. That way I can give you a proper comparison. Now let's go into, let's also get God Apple, just so we can heal and not die if it comes back immediately. Okay, so let's mine 4 of these. As you can see, you get quite a few crystals per. That was 7. I think it's the same rate for all of these, but still, just want to do this for the sake of it. So we got 14 luminous crystals. Now let's try with the luminous pickaxe. This is going to give you something different. It's going to, 1, it increases the rates, and 2, you get, it auto smelts it for you. It's already going to be in luminous form, which is pretty nice, as long as you don't plan on using the crystal blocks, which are not on the wall anymore, I realize. So that's what the luminous pickaxe does. Then we have the ring. The ring's quite special. So if we were to take a base set pack and open it, we get 4 cards. We get the 4 cards. Right now we got, one of them is going to be a foil. Now, if I were to put on the luminous ring, there's the ring slot, there we go, and I were to open a pack of buddy cards, you will notice, wait, we get 2 foils. That was just luck. We get 2 foils in this one. And the reason for that is that's what the ring does. If you read it, when equipped, it will make an extra card in each pack foiled. So you're still getting 4 cards, but you're getting an extra foil one. If you don't like foils, don't wear the ring. But if you do like foils, the ring's for you. The idea is that it makes it a little more valuable, because I figured the more rare variant is going to be more valuable. Might hold more significance in the future, but for now, it's pretty simple. And I think that's all of the luminous things. Oh, there's also the luminous grading sleeve. Okay, so this is a pretty fun one too. As you can see, that cooldown's a long time. So the way the luminous grading sleeve works is you hold it in one hand, you hold one on the other, bam, the card's now foil. I'm in creative mode, so it doesn't consume it, but normally it will consume it. Generally, if you're getting one from the deep luminous, these 4 items are all obtained through deep luminous explosions in the kinetic chamber, but you will get some of those. Usually, if you get the luminous sleeves, you will get more than one on average, but sometimes you'll get unlucky and get one. Yeah, let's move on to the Xylex. So first up, we got first up, we should begin with the Enderling. So these are little friendly guys. Look at them. Oh, look at them. So these little friendly guys will just spawn around your world. Usually, with Endermen. They will spawn alongside Endermen. The rates for how often they spend alongside, or how often they spawn alongside an Enderman, are variable. You can alter them in the configs. The way these guys work is they want to trade cards, but they won't trade any cards. They have specific cards that they want. So if I were to just throw out a few random ones, he might pick one up, he might not. Let's see. Any of them you like, buddy? No? Okay, let's keep going. Still none? There we go. See, he likes that one. And now he's going to trade for it. What's he going to pay me with? And that will be Xylex. Xylex is the currency used by the Enderlings. And as you see, he gave me 2 Xylex nuggets, which can be crafted into full Xylex. The more valuable a card, the more Xylex you'll get from it. And if they want a significantly rare one, they also sometimes like graded cards. If they like a graded card, they'll also like the non-graded version. So if you're looking for the graded card they like, make sure you know which cards they like beforehand. And sometimes you'll get Void Xylex. So Void Xylexes you only get when they're extremely valuable cards. Like if it's a legendary, if it's an epic foil, if it's some kind of graded card usually is one way to get them. The graded cards tend to be the best way to get them in my experience. And these are pretty fun because well, both forms of Xylex, you can barter with them. So let's say, hey buddy, you can Q to throw it on the floor, but you can also right click them. Hey buddy, you want some Xylex? What are you gonna give me for that? There's a whole pool of trades. I'm not gonna spoil them all right now and show you all the different stuff you can get from them. At least for that one, I'm gonna spoil all the stuff from Void Xylex because each item's a little curious. Um, Void Xylex. So Void Xylex, similar to the Crimson Luminous, you'll always get them. Well, not always, but you'll usually get some kind of Xylex specialty item. For example, I just got some Xylex boots. Now, if I were to wear these, you will see these are very similar to the Luminous helmet. And by that I mean, if I were to go into survival mode and pick a fight with that spider, Mr. Spider, where are you? /spawn, summon spider. Kill me. Try it. I dare you. So this one's a little different. Instead of exploding, it's gonna do the signature move of the Enderman and teleport us away. See? Right then we just teleported over there. It has a bit of a range on it, but you will usually be far enough away that you can then escape. Like if you're trapped in by a horde of zombies, it's very helpful. There's also the Xylex power meter. Now, if you notice, it's 0 out of 90. We did open some packs earlier, but not good enough. The way this works is it keeps track of how many S-grade cards you have. Now, if you remember from my last video, S-grade cards are... So, grading cards, you take grading sleeves and you can use them to grade your buddy cards. There's 3 different variants. One that's only in creative mode, and the way it works is you have a different chance to get different grades. I believe it's in this version F, C, B, A, and S. And the way you get S tier is it's a 1 in 500 chance. Now, it is very rare, so do not try to bring this to 100% because it will be very hard. But if you were to, this will keep track of it. I can show you in a little bit how, but let me show you this item next. This is the Xylex grading sleeve. So similar to the Luminous, it has its own sleeve type. And the way this one works is a little more curious. So if you were to take, let's take saps, or let's take multiple saps and multiple Xylex grading sleeves. So these are much better. So these aren't too common, but when trading with Enderlings, this is the main thing you probably want. Because, let's just show you. Oh, would you look at that? I already have 6 S grades, and I've only gone through 20 or so cards. Now, this is the best way to get S grade cards, I won't lie. But these are very valuable. Each one tends to cost a Void Xylex. Maybe sometimes you can get 2 for 1 Void Xylex, but still, they are pretty rare. And because of that, they give this rarity. So as you see, we did grade 1. This keeps track of the different rarity. As you see, 1 out of 36 for base set. If I were to take a base set card out of my hand, 1 out of 90 completed. And it will slowly fill up the bar as you collect more. I will not be showing that off. So as I said, this makes it more possible to collect every S-grade card, but as I said before, it will take a long time. Now, let me think if there's anything else. I think that about covers it. Man, that felt like a long time. So, as just a quick little summary, we had Luminous, we had Spawns Underground in big veins. You can make it decorative into the panels, or you can explode it into Crimson Luminous, which you can use to explode it into specialty gear. And then there's Xylex, which you trade with Enderlings for. They like different cards. Sometimes they like graded cards, but the graded cards will always be the same as the normal cards they like. And sometimes they give you Void Xylex. You can barter with both kinds of Xylex with them, and when you do, you'll get a specialty item. Oh, shoot, almost forgot. Xylex Ring and Xylex Hoe doesn't do anything, I won't lie to you. The Xylex Ring is pretty nice. Honestly, I'm not really going to show it because it's hard to show something that's entirely odds, but trust me, it will get you significantly better odds um, when you're grading cards. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Moving back to the summary. Um, oh, I guess that's it. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff here. Two new sleeve types. Now I do want to address something. Now, a lot of people don't like these things. And I understand why. There was a period of time where I was against it too, which is why they weren't in 1.18 originally. Um, and I won't lie. I completely understand why. It just doesn't make sense to some people why you would ever want to have something that doesn't fit in with the theme of the mod. I mean, of course, right now, it doesn't seem like it does. The Xylex you can easily attribute as being the currency for the Enderling, which is trading buddy cards. But the Luminous, there's very little connecting it to buddy cards as a whole. And there's a reason that it's added, and I don't want to reveal too much, but in the future, it will be part of obtaining your gear. So if you looked in the past versions of buddy cards, it used to be part of what we would call perfect buddy steel, which is a combination of buddy steel, Xylex, and Luminous, used to make gear that can slowly evolve to be way stronger than Netherite, given a complete collection. But I don't plan on doing it the same way. I plan on making it much more fun, but because of that, it's going to take longer for me to add it all in. So, I mean, if you're patient, it will pay off. But right now, I'm working on Battles. So, Battles is a fun new expansion for buddy cards. It's not going to be a separate mod, it will be in the main mod. So, every single card in the mod, there are a lot of different cards in the mod. As you can see, right now, I believe there's 90 in just core alone. There's expansion mods that add even more. There's my own expansion mod, which I know I need to update. Please stop commenting 1.18.2. I will delete it. But pretty much, I'm putting it off for now because Battles is. I mean, no, I'm not putting it off for now. I'm trying to update it right now, actually. Um, but Battles is looking very good. It's going to take a while, I won't lie, but each card is going to have its own abilities and strength and costs, and there's going to be a whole game you can play with them. Now, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be fun to play. It's going to be pretty simple, but code-wise, it's taking me quite a while, and it will continue to take me a while for at least a while. So I hope that all of you guys who are looking forward to it will be patient, and I can promise that it will happen soon. And I guess that's really all I can promise with it, because it is very hard, and it is taking me time, and I know that it's something I've been saying I was going to add for a long time now, but it just takes a while, and I hope that you guys are willing to be patient because the payoff will be big. It will be 1.18.2. I will not update to 1.19 or 1.10 or whatever until 1.10, 1.20 or whatever until after Battles is added. Everything will be working clean for 1.18.2 before I update for any new versions of Minecraft. I will make that promise. I will not be updating to 1.19 until all of the stuff in 1.18.2 is done. Well, not like perfect buddy steel, but like Battles is going to be done, and all the expansions that I personally run are going to also be done. So that is the plan going forward, and I hope that you all are patient enough to see it through. With that, this has been Wild, and I hope you have a great day. I'm trying to stream a bit more in my free time because, well, I can only program for so long before I go crazy. But if you do like my kind of content, I did release a video earlier today where or maybe it was yesterday at this point, where I had a little stream on Twitch where I was playing around with my recording setup before I made this. If you want to check that out, you can. I talked to some people in the chat. I mostly just play vanilla Minecraft though, but it might be interesting to some people. And also, if you do like my content, click that subscribe button and like the video. Every little bit helps. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I don't know how much money YouTube revenue makes, but if any little bit helps support the mod. So I guess that's it for the most part. I hope that everyone's looking forward for what's to come to the mod, and I'm gonna end this before my view retention goes down. See ya. Bye.